For 4 and 20, Australia's original fan food. We've been there for it all. Maxie's with us.
Hello, Max.
That's the first time I think as a collective we've all thought the intro song's a bit long.
Yeah.
Anyway, we all sort of looked around.
I never think that.
I don't
Okay.
know if it's long, but I'd rather be talking to you.
Okay,
It does get me up and about.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's got commentary. It's got the sound
Yeah.
of the siren.
Yep.
Fox Footy's renaming round 21 as Ruck Round, Max.
Okay, yep.
Is this going to be a yearly thing, or is this a one-off just for a bit of fun?
I tried not to get involved in this. It's seems just a little bit second thought type setup.
It feels like every round is eventually going to have a name.
Correct.
Gillon McLaughlin, outgoing CEO.
He is a ruckman, so I can understand.
What level of footy did he play? Was he
I'm going to go out on the limb and
Twos?
say VAFA.
Vaffa?
Yeah, which is the schools league.
Right.
I think it was Old Melburnians.
He stinks of old Melbourne. Fox Footy is finally recognising the most important position on the field, says Gillon, which would suggest he was a ruck at some point.
He was.
It's also continued to stir discussion about whether there should be the bounce by the umpires or a throw. Do
That-
you have a preference, Max?
That's a good question. Bounce.
You still
Bounce.
love the
Yeah, I
bounce.
still love
Bounce
the
at
bounce.
every bounce?
Every
Or-
bounce.
Every bounce is a bounce.
Yeah, I just like that part of the game.
Uh,
I'm always a traditionalist with every single rule change there is. I'd pick the safer option. And yeah, I'm all for the bounce. Does it seriously bother you as a watcher if
No.
they stuff a bounce up and bring it back?
no, doesn't
No.
worry me at all.
Doesn't worry me at all.
In fact, I think you lose the randomness when they throw up inside the 50.
If they threw the ball up and it was gone, I just call myself gone. Me v Nick Nat, Nick Nat would win every single time. So the bounce does help a little bit of variety.
It needs variety.
Yeah.
You know, you could find that you're in favour as the ball swings over you and you can use your body and all of that sort of stuff.
And it's been there since the game started.
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to ruck, Max. It sounded as though I was drifting into a coaching role then.
Yep.
I wasn't.
Have you rucked?
Not as much as you would imagine. The 173 centimetre ruck is not
Yep.
as popular as you would think.
You won 73.
Well, I'm taller than Rove.
Okay.
By a centimetre.
Yeah.
So if I was rucking against Rove, wow.
What is that? Five.
Well, it's low 5'9", I like to call
5'9".
it. Low
Okay.
5'9".
Okay.
I guess there'd be people that might suggest it's 5'8".
Yep.
I'm not having a bar.
I'm in a
of that.
similar, but I'm 6'9"
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm at the high end of 6'9".
You're a foot higher than me.
Yes.
You seem actually a lot taller than me.
Yeah, you do.
So you're 6'9" and I'm supposed to be 5'9"?
I reckon you might be lying.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm not 5'9".
we need to get a
no.
tape measure.
Because you are a giant.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're only a foot taller than me.
I'm definitely 6'9", so we'll have to look into yours.
Yeah, I think I'll be the issue here. Gold Coast bosses have made a trip to Italy to meet with former Tigers coach Damien Hardwick. Reports are they're going to offer him a 5-year deal after he left the Tigers, citing the fact he needed a break from footy. He's missed football. He's on record as saying he missed football. Gold Coast, do they get Damien Hardwick?
Yeah, how important would Damien Hardwick be feeling right now? He's I don't know where he is in Italy, but somewhere nice, probably Como.
The Cinque Terre, I believe he
Okay.
was.
Cinque Terre.
No, Cinque Terre.
Cinque Terre.
Yeah.
As in the number
Oh,
chink.
that's right,
Yeah.
yes.
No, not number ching.
Cinque is 5.
Cinque.
Cinque.
Yeah.
My apologies, I
That's how
mispronounced it.
but would feel very important.
Very important
Yes.
in the middle of his Italian break.
I think it's a nice little strategic plan for him, giving up halfway through the year, so he gets his break and then he comes back in and
And then he had a pre-existing relationship with Mark Evans. I think
did he?
they were at the same club together, Mark Evans and Hardwick.
We'll run with it.
We'll run with it. And so
We're actually best friends, I think.
he's gone over to
Okay.
give it a bit of, look, we can put 5 years in front of you. It'll be $1 million a year. What
If he-
else do you need?
Yeah, if Goody ever is gone before I'm gone, I'd more than happily put my name in the ring to go to the Europe trip to present to another coach.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Have you been to Italy?
I have been a few times.
Have you?
Yeah, not a fan. Not a big fan of the cities. More a fan of elsewhere.
What, like Tuscany?
Yeah, Tuscany.
Get out
last
into the
time, last time I was
countryside.
at Como. Last time I rode up a mountain called Stelvio.
Oh, so you take your bike over
Rented a bike there.
and you push bike around?
Yeah, rode up the most famous climb in Italy, right on the border of Switzerland and Austria, I think.
How did you go? Was
Yeah,
it a
good.
nightmare?
Good. Have you watched The Italian Job?
With Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the famous driving scene up that
Oh,
climb.
yeah. I know the one.
I
You
rode-
rode your push bike
Yeah,
up that?
I rode up that.
Oh,
It was pretty cool.
wow.
And how were you when you got to the top?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
I
God.
had a beer at the top and it just didn't go down at all.
Oh, of course
Oh,
it
yeah.
wouldn't.
It was purple. The colour of the beer was purple.
What?
And I asked for a draft.
Okay, well,
Yeah, there was
something's
some
wrong with the
language
keg.
barrier there. Yeah.
And so then do you turn around and come back down?
That's obviously the fun part. Yeah.
Yeah, geez, you must have been banging along on the way
Yeah,
back
that
down.
was- and I'm obviously a big boy, so I
Yeah,
got
got some serious
some
weight there.
pace.
Port Adelaide's club, Dr. Mark Fisher, has conceded he was wrong when he let Alia return to the field without a concussion test. They're still getting a please explain from the AFL and a large fines expected. That seemed ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with that. As a player, I'd want to be taken off even if I was saying I was okay after that incident.
But that bloke was out. He was flat.
Yeah, I've only watched the highlights,
Mm.
and they don't show the full how long they're out for and whatnot. But the actual head clash, I'd like to be taken off and given a full examination as a player. So yeah, I think that's a miss.
You had a belting game against the Tigers, 28 disposals, 40 hitouts, 11 clearances. In your post-match interview, you said Simon Goodwin gave you a halftime spray. We've got to grab it
Yeah, I
up.
got yelled at half time, which is not good because now Goody probably thinks he can yell at me all the time for a second half response. But I was getting hit a bit in that first quarter and Soldo kicked a goal on me early and I felt like I got hit in the head a couple of times. But hey, I got what I deserved at half time and I came out and I felt like I was a bit tougher in the contest.
What happened at halftime? What did he say? What were the actual words? Can you remember?
So I like when Goody talks in the meetings, I come over the top a little bit, like sort of encouragement. I could be like, "We got to hit bodies in the contest." I'm like, yeah, like,
Hit
I'm-
bodies.
Yeah.
I'm that guy, and
Yeah.
he did that. He goes, "We're a little bit soft in the contest." I go, come on, lads," and Gawny, and looked straight at me while I'm encouraging him.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Yeah, my contest was a little bit off with a few choice words."
Did he?
Yeah, so I, as you heard in the grab, I thought I was getting hit in the head a couple of times. A little bit of woe is me.
You tried to play the victim early.
Yeah, tried to play the victim card.
It was like
and
when you
then-
did your knee.
Yes, correct. Imagine what Grant Thomas would have said to me last time. He would have come rock
My
over me.
God, he would punch you in the face at half time.
It was what I probably needed in hindsight.
But he would know that about you because this would be very sparingly. I would have thought there's not many times he's given you a bake over the journey,
He hasn't given me many. And to be fair, I've probably been a bit childish since that event. I keep
reminding him.
sort of flinching around him,
Yeah.
making sure he doesn't yell at me.
Yeah. In
but-
a way, you're trying to manipulate him. But he
Yes.
would know that.
But the second half, I did have a response, so I think it worked.
Well done. Let's
Yeah.
come back and talk about the round.
Marty, Max Gawn is with us in
Yes,
studio.
Max is. Looking forward to taking on North Sunday, 1:10 down in the beautiful Apple Isle. Good luck.
That is their time slot in Tasmania, the 1 o'clock game. I think I've played at Hobart about 6 times. I've said a stat on here before and got proven wrong. So
Well, I think any time you play after one, you're risking hypothermia down there.
there is those famous
Yeah.
night games that they get.
You need pale sunlight
Yeah.
to stay alive in Tasmania.
It is a cold weekend as well. No rain though.
I'm thinking Clarkson comes back, the boys regroup, gather, you lose by unbelievably 6 goals.
Yeah, mate, North. We lost to North 19 times in a row.
That's what I'm talking about. We've got the wood
Wow.
on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think
It's a few years ago now.
Yeah.
I think we're about 5 in a row now, but it was 19 in a row.
Jeez.
Wow.
Is this your round, Marty?
No.
Could it happen?
This could be anything. I couldn't even put a number on it.
Mm.
But it could be disastrous to just cap off what's been just I'd say one of, if not the worst year in North's history.
Yeah, I'm going to stay quiet till we talk about Doggies Richmond. I think.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Doggies Richmond tonight is 7:50, 10-8, as we've discussed. Very late on a Friday. I don't know why it can't be earlier.
Yeah, I don't get through.
Why?
this
What
game.
is that? Why can't it be like 7:20?
Yeah, I've heard excuses before, like a post Friday drinks or something like that.
Mate, but 7:20, you've 5 schooners in. You can
Yeah.
put the TV on in the bar.
You're ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah,
but,
I don't-
But
I don't-
10-8, you're actually buggered.
I don't get through this game as a watcher at home.
No, neither
No.
do I. I don't reckon I've ever seen the end of a Friday night game.
No, and you know they stay on the commentary team for an hour or something. So
I know.
We played them and in the change rooms. We're leaving and the commentary team is
Still there.
Still
Wow.
there.
I did a few episodes of like a pre-game Saturday night AFL show,
Yeah.
and I used to then go and watch the blokes call it, and then some of them would go down to the sheds and be there till like 11:30 at night. The first meeting was 4:30 in the arvo.
That's actually coming back to my mind. I
Yeah,
remember you.
I did a
on
few of them.
Yeah.
I was well out of my depth.
How did that show end up?
I don't know. I think they boned it.
No,
Mick used to do it, and then Will Anderson did it for a while.
It's still going without you, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
How rude.
Yeah. How did that come across your desk?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Are you seen as like a topical football?
I think I
comedian?
am.
Okay.
I'm a topical football guy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm doing front bar with Mickey this week. Next
Hey.
week.
Next week.
Pangy's
yeah.
away, isn't he?
Pangy's
Yeah.
away, thank
Yeah.
God.
He did well.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. You know he did.
He did.
Nah, he did all right. For a guy out of his depth. Essendon West Coast tomorrow, 1:45. What a game that'll be.
Yeah, Bombers have got that.
Adelaide Gold Coast.
This is
That
a
could
little
be
bit closer.
interesting.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. I'm going to go Crows. They seem to be playing some pretty good football.
Crows at home.
Yep.
Hawthorn Collingwood. Well, that could be anything too.
Hawthorn are the team that can surprise you.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get Saints last week. They didn't, but I think Collingwood will get this.
Yeah.
You would
obviously.
think so.
Yeah.
Geelong Port. Geelong at home.
Yeah, Geelong at home. Port, obviously, a couple of people out as well on a 3-game losing streak after being on a 14-game winning streak.
What's happened to Jonas?
He's back this week.
Is he?
Yeah.
We were just discussing whether he's made it back.
Yeah,
He's been in the twos a long time for a captain.
yeah, they picked him over. I think he might actually be the last tallback left, but obviously Alir and Lockie Jones are in the concussion.
So
protocol now.
he's really, I mean, it's serious for him.
Yeah, this is his. I mean,
He needs to have a good game
every game is a chance to cement yourself in the team. But
this time of year.
I'm going to go Geelong here, by the way.
GWS Sydney, Battle of the Bridge.
Battle of the Bridge. This, I mean, I feel like this would be the game of the round. I'm just trying to look at the other games. No, this probably is the game of the round. I'm going to go Giants. They're on 7-game winning streak. They're going crazy. Good.
Saturday night, 7:30. That's also a tough football time, isn't it?
It's a weird time slot. There's one at 7:25 and one at 7:30.
If you're living a life, it's very hard to watch footy on Saturday night, don't you find?
That's my least watched game.
I reckon it would be my least
Yeah.
watched game in the history of the AFL.
I watch Sunday 4:40 more than that.
So do I. Sunday 4:40 is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Lob on the couch, ride it out. We've chatted North Melbourne. St Kilda Carlton could be a belter too.
That's up there with game of the round as well.
I
you
reckon.
Coveted Sunday 3:20 slot.
Do you know,
Yeah.
last week was the first time I didn't tip us the whole year, and my
Mm.
goodness,
What were you
I
doing?
didn't even care.
What were you doing in the 7-game losing streak?
I always back us. And then this week I was like, but I'm winning my tipping by 2
Yeah.
points. So I was like, nah, I got to go safe. Well,
No,
Never again.
No.
Never again.
No, gotta go
Nah.
safe. Next time you say that to yourself,
Yeah.
go the other way.
There's
Yeah.
the guy that put $1 million on Collingwood. Did that come across your desk?
oh,
No.
what?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know any other
million
details
on
apart from that. I'm
Collingwood.
sure he's going okay if he can put $1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
all right.
If you're gonna lose
no
it.
one wants to lose $1 million bucks. What were Collingwood paying?
I don't know the answer to that question either. I'm presuming they were favourites.
Mm.
What,
Mm.
$1.20,
Yeah.
$1.30
something like that.
for $1 million bucks?
Wow.
Jesus, you got more money than sense.
Is this at the G? Do you guys have
Marvel.
Marvel. I think.
Marvel?
yeah.
I'll go Saints then.
At the Fortress.
Yeah,
Freo Brisbane to finish the round. Sunday 4:40 over there.
that'll be close. That'll be really close.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Freo after they have been struggling at home. Funny enough, but I'm going to go Freo.
What about Dane Zorko throwing the bloke under the bus for the squirrel gripping?
I sit on both sides of the fences.
I mean, no one wants a squirrel grip.
I think the AFL's got to be better than getting to a point where Dane Zorko has to report it himself. Like, he's told the umpire on the field that this has happened, so it probably should be looked at.
And then the AFL let it go.
Yeah,
And then he comes back out in a radio interview and
Yeah.
says, look, there's actual bruising here.
I think they've thrown Dane under the bus a little bit in that
Yeah.
way that he had to comment on it on his regular radio gig in Queensland. But,
But
I
he
also
does seem to be a bit of a dick.
I won't comment on that.
No.
but,
Okay, fair enough. mate.
there's-
So I
but
was trying.
I also lean in the Took camp. Like it's
Yeah.
5 days on and it's passed. So
Yeah.
surely, and
Yeah.
now he's been tarnished his brand and whatnot.
Isn't it
Yeah.
a football incident? I mean, it's not because it's
I
squeezing
would
a bloke's
never be able to
testicles.
do. I'm not that smart to be able to do that while tackling someone.
It seemed
Yeah.
like an amazing effort, didn't it? One
think
arm
it's an
around his body and
Has
one
to be an
between the
accident.
legs.
He didn't let go once he got there. But
No.
I think it's an accident. But
Reminds me of taking people to the movies when I was younger.
Good on you, Max. We'll see you next time.